Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Campbell Chronicles. My name's Rob, and here on this channel we value all things family, Disney, and travel. So today we're going to talk about something a little bit out of the normal for us. Since we're also focused on family, I thought it would be a good idea to show a little product review. This is going to be my first product review. Today it's going to be a little different. Families come in all different shapes and sizes. Some have many kids, some have no kids, but some have furry kids. That's right, we're going to do a little dog grooming today, and today I brought with me something to review. When we take our dog Tucker to the dog groomer, it costs us about $100 each time we go. And it's getting a little much. We tried grooming him ourselves a while ago, and we were just having no luck with product. Our dog is an Australian Shepherd, and so he can get some pretty long hair, and we only cut him probably about 3 or 4 times a year. Well, that's $300 or $400 extra that we could be saving. So doing my research, I went around and I tried to find out what's the best shaver out there. And I basically found 2 really good ones, the Wahl KM-10s and also the Andis. I did my research though, and I found out that 2-speed is the way to go. So yeah, I went ahead and I bought the Andis. This is a 2-speed Andis, and this is the AGC. Comes in green. It comes with a bunch of different stuff. I just want to stress to you right now, I am in no way getting sponsored by these guys. This is going to be an honest review, okay? I wanted to see if it's worth all the hype to get these commercial grade clippers. This isn't going to be a dog grooming video. This is just strictly going to be a review on these clippers. I'm going to go get Tucker all bathed and ready to go, and then I'm going to bring him back out here on the table ready to start trimming. Before we get started, if you value family, Disney, or travel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You're not going to want to miss out on our future content to come. Good boy, you ready for your bath? Get in. Get in. Good boy. All right, while we're waiting for the water to get to temperature, this is what we use. We've been using this on the dog for quite a while now. It's just it's the Hearts Groomer's Best. We just know that it works well with our dog. It does good for not only his coat, but his skin as well. So that's what we're using today. You know, Emily and I were just talking. I don't think we've ever actually officially introduced Tucker. Tucker was our first member of the family. We got him even before Jackson was born. So he's getting up there in age. He's a cute puppy. But yeah, he is a miniature Australian Shepherd, even though he's not quite so miniature. He's kind of somewhere in between a full-grown Australian Shepherd and a miniature. Okay, all showered up, ready to go. I did the best I could with brushing him and drying him. I think he's ready to start being clipped here. So here we have the Andis AGC 2-speed here. We're going to give her a go. So after you pull this out of the box, you're going to find that you have the metal clipper on there already. I went ahead and put the 10 on there. This is the 1.5 millimeter. And this is interchangeable, which is another nice thing I really liked about this model. So you're just going to push up on this black tab here. You're going to lift up here, and then you can slide the whole clipper out. It's pretty easy, so if you wanted to add a different size here and get some interchangeable stuff, it's really easy to do that. So, and then just to put it back in, you slide it back into position, and push down, and you're good to go. Also, this has the 2-speed, so the first setting is on 1, that's the slower speed, and the second speed is on the 2, that's the faster speed. And since Tucker's coat is so thick, we're gonna go ahead and start with level 1. At the slower speed here on step 1, it cuts at 3,400 strokes per minute, and the step 2 goes up to 4,400 strokes per minute. And that's going to be really handy, especially with some of these thicker, you know, we tried to let his coat grow out so we could get a little bit better detail. I mean, these are these are advertised as super duty, so that can cut through anything. So I really kind of want to just let his coat grow out just a little bit more than we normally would, and just so we can get a better idea of how this is going to work. But yeah, that stroke per minute sounds about right for what we're going to need. We're going to cut the oil tip off here, and then we're going to apply a little bit to our clippers here. Okay, that's going to keep things nice and lubricated and keep things from heating up. It's really good for the animal's skin to do that, so definitely don't forget to check that. Make sure your blade's not getting too hot. For now, I'm just going to use the one that came with it. We like to, it's summertime, we're going to give him a cut that's a little bit shorter than normal. We're using the number 4, which is a 1/2 inch or a 13 millimeter here. You're just going to put it right up in here. There's little grooves right here. You slide it in there and you're good to go. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and give it a start here. I'm just going to, you guys, I'm not a professional groomer by any means. This is really just me just trying to save a bunch of money. You know, I've watched some grooming tips and trying to figure out the best way to get through a thick coat like this. You know, so I'm just going to give you my honest product review here and try to give you an idea to see if, you know, spending this kind of money on the Andis AGC Super Cut 2-speed is worth it. Let's give it a shot here. Let's go ahead and set it to setting 1. One thing I noticed right off the bat compared to the old clippers I use is the sound is actually pretty low. So I know that really helps when it comes to dogs' ears. So just one swipe there, that's pretty good. Let's come up here. I'm just going to kind of keep it easier on the dog for now. Just kind of coming nice and slow and low. Seems to be doing a pretty good job. It's like, remember some of these other clippers that I used to have, I mean, I felt bad because sometimes it felt like you're just pulling the hair more than cutting it. But right now, I mean, this is cutting through hair like, dare I say, butter. Yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna actually try to move it down a notch here and just kind of keep going this way as it's pulling more hair a lot easier. It'll keep it easier for Tucker. So again, to switch, you're just gonna pull that black piece off here. That was a size 4. I'm going to move it down to a size 2, which is a 1/4 inch. In the summertime, we like to give Tucker a little bit shorter than normal. You know, having black fur, being outside and inside. He's mostly an inside dog, but he does like to spend a lot of time outside too. So we like to cut it down to maybe a little bit more than 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch probably is what we'll do today. I'm going to try it up on the 2nd speed there. It seems to be gliding pretty smoothly on the downstrokes. So there's the 2nd speed. This blade is not even getting hot. It's staying nice and cool. This is just me not pushing very hard down into the dog. I'm just going nice and easy, just feeling out the skin and going down. Not hard at all. Alright, so I'm going to try something a little different here. Again, I don't really want to blame the clippers for this. I'm going to more blame it for how thick his coat was. I'm going to take the guards off. I'm going to come through with this and kind of just, you know, just pick at it and get the some of the taller stuff off, and then I'll come back over with the rest of it. And the hair that it does get, it comes off so easily. I'm impressed how fast that's coming off. Okay, so I would say I'm about halfway done. Some things I've noticed right off the bat, I've been switching between sizes depending on his coat and everything, and sometimes I even take it off and I'll kind of get some of those rougher patches while using the comb as a guard. But so far it's been pretty good. As far as temperature goes, it's getting a little warm. I've been at it for probably about an hour or so, and you know, it's warm, but it's not bothering him. I will say that the difference between the 2 speeds, I've been switching back and forth from 1 to 2 speed pretty frequently depending on the area and the coat. So I will say so far the 2 speed has come in handy. So look, I am by no means a dog groomer at all. I am finding that I could have used a different size of this, because the piece that comes with it, the 10, the 1.5 millimeter, this is what I could use in a little bit longer of size. So I will be doing some hunting for that. I kind of wish I had another one of those. I find myself being very careful. Tucker's starting to get a little restless. He's been at it for about an hour and 45 minutes or so. So I've done a few nicks. Again, I am by no means a dog groomer. I'm just one of those guys that's trying to save a little bit of money. I'm not trying to be perfect with this, but I will say this with the 10 cuts like butter on both settings, 1 and 2. Both strokes are just phenomenal. The plastic guards I find on this thick coat, the ones that come with it, this is the size 3. I didn't really use it that much, but even on the size 4 or the size 2 that I've been using, it just doesn't, like, the teeth move too much, and it doesn't, through this thick coat, it doesn't really cut very evenly at all. So I will either be finding another one of these, or I'll find maybe a piece like this that has metal teeth, so that I can run it through his coat more evenly, and it'll cut a lot faster too. But for now, yeah, so far I'm pretty impressed. I'll come back one more time at the end and give my overall thoughts. About 2 hours and 15 minutes later, I think I'm about done. Kind of like what I was saying before, I really need to get a piece like this, but just a little bit longer, because this right here, that's where it's at. The 1 speed and the 2 speed really do make a big difference, especially going through some of that thicker stuff where you kind of need to keep it nice and smooth and slow. The 1st speed really did help with that. And then after I was done with everything, going over it with a 2 speed was really handy. So yeah, I really did find myself going between just this, a 2 and a 4. I cut him a little bit short, and as he was getting restless, as I was using just this, of course the risk is that you're going to nick him, and I did nick him a few times. But overall, I have to say I really, really like these. You know, for what you spend, you're going to make up for it in about 2 to 3 cuts. So having this now is going to save us a lot of money. It is an initial investment, but you know, this is great. After almost 2.5 hours, really, very minimal heating, and it was constantly moving. It got warm. It's a little warm to the touch, and I would just make sure if it got a little too warm, or at least if I felt it was too warm, I would turn it off, set it down, maybe brush the dog, let it cool down for a little bit, and then turn it back on, and it was fine. I never once noticed Tucker get annoyed with it. I never once noticed that he was even bothered by it. So as far as the heating goes, that was really good. The length of the extension cord is also something that I give it a perk to, because I'm able to move it around, and I had it plugged into the wall about 5 feet away from me, which is pretty good. So I think it's actually a 10-foot cord, and that was plenty for this use, and I think that's going to be plenty for most uses. I'm glad I made this purchase. The Andis AGC Super Speed that's kind of where it's at. So yeah, I'm pleased with this purchase. Have you used the Andis AGC? What do you think? I know I'm a novice. Like I said, I'm by no means a dog groomer, but for what I paid and the end product that I got, I'm actually very, very happy with it. If you have used it, or if you're looking for it, or if you have any grooming tips for me, please put it in the comment section below. I would greatly appreciate any tips you have, because like I said, I'm pretty novice, but at the same time, I wanted to get the job done right. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you do value family, travel, or Disney, any of those things, this channel's for you. If you found value in this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. That would mean the world. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and remember, adventure is out there.